Hey guys! So, today is the 17th, which kind of means nothing. So today's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I have been doing this for a long time now, Topic Tuesday, and today's topic is a bit different from all of the other ones. I decided to go with autumn, fall fashion. Now, a lot of you, some of you are very creative, who some of you are very seasonal, and by seasonal I mean you always go with only seasonal colors. So, and the bad thing about that is, for instance, this jacket. It's very autumnal, but for instance, if all you owned in your closet was orange and red and brown and black and all kind of leafy green type of colors, then, for instance, what if there was a specific dress code occasion? Would you just break it because of fall? Or would you just not go? Of course there are different options, but for instance, if it was your best friend saying, "Oh, my party is next Saturday. Of course you need to come. You may as well be my party planner. You can help me with that." And you can't just be like, "Sorry, Ken, I need to go to the dentist." Stupid excuse, because it's not true. Anyway, usually, I've got to say, I'm probably one of these people who really like seasonal stuff. Nowadays, well, not nowadays, what I mean is, usually when I was, really young, when I was 5, 6, whenever I understood how to get dressed, I wouldn't say I had an actual style or I really liked some type of tops or anything. I just literally threw on whatever I had in my closet as long as I was warm and comfortable. And being warm and comfortable are one of the most important things. As long as you're comfortable, nothing is squeezing you to death, as long as there aren't any marks on you because of the clothes. That's one of the really important things. But just because some people are going with autumn colors doesn't mean you have to. Here we go again. Occasions, a party. What if there's a specific theme, a dress code? Would you just break it because of autumn? Would you? And what else? Oh yeah. So number 2 thing is, some people are like, okay, fall is a very special season because of Halloween, Hallows Eve, pumpkins, Guy Fawkes night, and I'm out. So basically there are a lot of celebrations in all of the seasons. Maybe some of you think fall is one of the top 2, 3, I don't know how that works. And say, you are constantly magazine to do with fall. What's the latest fall new trends? Really? For instance, the bad thing about listening to magazines is, first of all, it can cause you to change yourself in the worst possible way. But also, I mean, it's understandable if you use a magazine to, if there's an occasion or some kind of party and you don't really know how to dress, and everybody's advice stinks, and all the websites are like kind of eh. And so you go to the olden days, even though it's less olden days, because like nowadays a lot of people read magazines and books, so nothing wrong with that. Now, also the thing about magazines, like like when you're in a store, sometimes if you're really, when you go shopping and if you're hungry or if you get something that you haven't eaten in such a long time and just went in, you finally bought it and you just have to eat it just to get the magical moment over with, and or something like that. And perhaps that could happen, except without food and needing the need to eat. Magazines. So say you bought a magazine, you just went out of the store. I already need to read this. Oh yes, that is so in. Yes, yes. No. The thing that's ridiculous about that is like, uh, maybe someone does the magazine thing where they're buying it, they're quickly going through it. As they look at the thing that says latest fall new trend, someone comes in and they're wearing the exact same thing. And the thing with magazines is that, like, also, this doesn't really help if you have a lot of friends who are really into fashion or extremely obsessed with it, is that, like, you buy the latest fall new trend kind of outfit thing, and then next day they're just like, that is, like, way old. And you're just like, no, wait, what? I just bought this, like, yesterday. How can it be out now? It's been, like, a day. What? Like, what's your point? Like, it can only be out, like, at least in a week's time, even though that's ridiculous. Like, people wear what they want. I mean, like, for instance, if you took pictures of what you wear, if you took pictures of you every season where you're wearing all different types of outfits, let's say you took 3 pictures of yourself wearing very autumnal clothes, like, and 3 pictures of you in summer, 3 pictures of you in spring, 3 pictures of you in winter and autumn, fall. And maybe in a few years' time, I don't know, let's say back then you were in your teens and then nowadays you're in your 30s or something like that. You're listing through your photos, you find those photos of you, and you're just like, oh, for summer, oh, 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 oh. Like, I've got to say, autumn is not the kind of season that you need to dress like every single day to look like the season itself. Because if you live like in England, say, I guess we can go with that, or in any of those like type of countries where it's like super windy, therefore there are a lot of leaves on the ground and a lot of those autumnal trees. And if the season itself is already represented in front of your eyes in real life, I think that you can take a break from dressing up as the season yourself if it's represented right in front of your darn eyes. Of course, it's kind of nice to have a change in your fashion, your style, yourself, but sometimes you just need to take a break from your decisions. The other thing is, like, I love clothes, I love fashion, I love dressing up. Yeah, I wouldn't say dressing up as in fancy, I would just say getting clothes on. Um, also, the thing about, one of the bad things about it is, like, for instance, hate to turn this too girly, but, what did you think it was gonna be? It's about fashion. Get a grip. Get a clue. So, like, have you ever seen, like, any of those kind of girly movies, and say, one of them's, like, the typical newbie girl, and, there's another girl, and she's like, oh, did you know that this is super in? I just got it, like, on sale. Like, I don't like doing the impressions, like, with too much effort, because, like, I hate them. So, like, I don't mind people impressioning people who do that, but if you do that in real life, for real, as in you really mean it, I hate you. And, I don't think, like, typical people, like, nowadays, if you're, like, a typical girl and all of a sudden you're just like, oh, hey guys, just want to tell you that this is super in, got it on sale. Not only are your friends going to be surprised or shocked, maybe your friends don't even know anything about fashion themselves. Maybe they just throw on some clothes that they can see, too. So all I'm saying is, like, if you're one of those people who's like, oh, I just got this on sale, this is so in, there's a difference between giving advice and acting as if you know everything in the world. Now, of course, saying that only little phrase, I got this on sale, blah, 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 so in, it's not really saying that you know everything. It's just like, you don't really have a right to say that unless you're joking, or if you're impersonating someone, or, like, doing an impression of someone. Okay, but if you say that to an actual person that's, I don't know, grumpy, I don't know, typical person, you say that to someone, and then, like, how are they supposed to automatically believe that? Like, where's your proof? Second of all, the reason why they can't really believe that is because, like, where is your evidence? Like, do you work for someone, or, like, do you do something? Like, that's the big question on everybody's mind when you think about it. Otherwise, most of the time you just accept it as life's journey. But I don't do that. And, like, whenever people say that, like, and you know that they're just a typical person in the world, like, what do they know? Like, everybody has their own type of style, or some people follow magazines, some people follow websites, all people do different stuff. Some people just dress up as the season itself. So, before I end this, I just wanted to say that my personal favorites are, well, first of all, this, but this isn't really from somewhere, because this was knitted by one of my family relatives that I've forgotten. Wait. This mini skirt is really nice, because, like, I really like the pattern over here, and pretty much that it's a mini, and, like, it has this kind of thing. It's just, like, one of my personal favorite things to wear in autumn and winter. I don't think like, in spring this could be nice with pink. No thank you, I'm not a fan of pink. I just am not. I'm just, like, when it comes to putting on putting pink lip gloss on, not too bad, because it's just gloss. It just makes your lips sparkle. But if I was actually to put on pink lipstick, that would actually make my lips look like pink. I'd be devastated. I got this from Formula. The thing that is good about wearing miniskirts is that they never go out. The other thing, well, they do go out in some seasons, like summer. Depends where you are, of course, which place you are. It depends. Like, you can't just say it is. Like, no. I like it because, like, the way it looks, like, because they're comfortable. And they also go with tights and sometimes leggings. Rarely. And they're just, like, a very comfortable thing to wear. But if you're one of those people who are, like, very uncomfortable with, like, short things and, like, are scared if some people will see your underwear, then it's not the best thing to wear. Because I've had some of those moments where you're just like, oh my gosh, is everything perfect? Oh dear, can anybody see my pants? I've had some of those moments, but the thing is, all you need to know for yourself is that it's covering everything. Nobody can see anything. Also, if you're kind of conscious, I suggest you travel by car or vehicle or where nobody can see anything. So, there's some advice. The thing that's not good is, like, having those types of mini skirts that are particularly flowing and, like, wavy. Like, they can easily get picked up by wind and cause the worst scene. And if you have those type of flowing mini skirts, try to wear tights or something that will make the embarrassing scene itself be less embarrassing. The other thing that I like are, this is to do with Christmas, but still, are jumpers, or sweaters if you will. I like this one, this jumper particularly. First reason, it's from River Island. And I like it because of the pattern and because it's really soft and comfortable. And, like, I really like long sleeves because you can roll them up. You can do all types of stuff with them. And they're easy to hang on hangers. It's just really cozy and comfortable. It's like the kind of feeling you're just like, all you need to do is just hop this thing on, some other comfortable clothes, just go to the kitchen, put on some kind of movie that makes you laugh to death, get some coffee, some marshmallows, mix it all together, turn the lights off, cozy evening. So, that's why I like jumpers. But the bad thing about jumpers is when you wear them, like in the normal season where you would wear them, all of a sudden the sun comes out to do its duty. To cause warmth. And sweat. And embarrassing scenes of life. Oh, great. I also like this dress. I don't know if you can see, but it's a dress. So, oh, okay. Doesn't say where it's from, but I like this dress because, like, it's soft, it's comfortable. I've said this a lot, but it is. And it's like, its material's like so soft, and it's really original and like different. Because the thing about clothes is that instead of just going with the flow with the season or what a magazine says or what somebody says or what you wear, like, for instance, ignore your style, ignore a website, ignore magazines, ignore advice. Just ignore it for 1 minute and then just, like, randomly decide what to wear and just, like, get creative and, like, just put something together. And I like it because, like, this is a good dress for autumn because it's very autumnal, and it's a good dress for winter, just simply because it's comfortable, really, and that it's warm. And the other thing is, this is good for spring and summer, but only if you're, like, inside and if you wear, like, a ton of body spray so you won't sweat and look like a complete sweaty person. I also like this because it's, like, also flowing, it kind of feels like flying. But also, I've got to say that, like, I've been, like, I wouldn't say, never mind. Like, I've seen a lot of people wear these type of flowing clothes, like, it's just so freeing, like, I've never understood really why. And they wear these types of clothes a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, I love those types of clothes, but like, the worst thing you can do is put on something really extremely flowing to work or something, and there's a weather forecast right in front of you are saying super windy today. Really shouldn't wear those. And you completely ignore that and think, everything's gonna be fine. You go outside, super windy. This is why you should listen to weather forecasts. Some people think that you shouldn't, because the real weather is outside. And the bad thing about that is that some weather forecasts tell you what's going to happen in the future. They're not always talking about the present. They're not always talking about right now. So that's it, really. Don't forget to like, review, and subscribe. And please tell me in the comments below what you think about fashion, whether you go with style, websites, magazines, advice. But what really matters is that that it's comfortable, that you won't sweat in it, that you feel confident in it, and it goes with the weather, so like it won't collide with it. So yeah. Okay. This was a very long convo, I've got to say. Bye.